language models for academic writing. So students rely on this to organize, to draft, and to validate their work. So to understand this more deeply, we use Max van Manen's phenomenology, hermeneutic phenomenology, because through this, it focuses on describing and interpreting real-life experiences rather than measuring it. So instead of using the cause and effect, the study looks on the meaning behind this dependence, because on how they feel, how they think, and how it shapes them for their academic writing ability. So now these are the 5 life-physics essentials, which is guided by Van Manen. First, we have live body. This is how students physically and emotionally experience the LLMs. And second, we have live space. This is the experiential environment shaped by AI tools. And next is live time. This is how LLMs influence students' temporal experience. And the fourth one is live relation. This is how dependency affects relationship with instructors, peers, and oneself. And lastly, we have live things and technology. This is how students use LLMs as academic tools and how this influences their writing habits and dependence. And now let's move on to the schematic diagram. So in the schematic diagram, you can see here on top of it is the students' lived experiences reveal their dependency on LLMs academic writing. So this is guided by Max van Manen's phenomenology of practice, which would include the 5 life-physics essentials. And through these 5 life-physics essentials, you can now go here to the implications on the second language. And that is all for my part. I am now going to be giving the stage to Ms. Carusis.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. Guerrero. Now moving on to the next section, we have the synthesis. So this section presents or contains the synthesis of the review-related studies that we have actually gathered through the geographical sources. So this synthesis contains the various studies relevant to the recent research studies. And instead of explaining each studies individually, these sentences contains the common themes, common patterns, and common differences of the previous research studies that are actually, or that can actually establish a clear understanding of the current research, or the current proposed research. I'm so sorry. So recent studies highlight the growth or the growing role of artificial intelligence to the upon enhancing the students' writing skills that can actually improve their linguistic accuracy, especially their grammars, word choices, and especially their spelling. So this also helps students to boost their motivation, self-confidence upon making their academic skills. But however, although these AI-assisted tools can actually help students to enhance their writing skills, studies as well, or the recent studies stress the high risk potential being too reliant to it, and so that the excessive use could actually affect the students' mental health, especially their critical thinking, on their decision-making abilities, and also their academic integrity that actually reveals the other side of using the AI in education. So to address this concern, scholars stress the importance of human guidance, especially the personalized feedback and also the ethical supervision from teachers that are essential in ensuring that AI is actually used or remain to be used as supportive rather than substitutive. And overall, this study suggests that a balanced integration of AI can actually oversight and can actually offer or foster students' development as independent writers, critical thinkings, and lifelong learners. And that would be for the synthesis, and I am now giving the floor to Ms. Wong.
Okay, so thank you, Ms. Cabusas. So, on to the problems. This study aims to examine how students' dependency on LLMs shape their academic experiences. To understand this phenomenon deeply, we have structured our inquiry using Max Van Manen's 5 life